Good morning and welcome to all friends. This is the reflection for the 28th of May. I'm Esther. I was reading an article in the Dundee Courier dated the 7th of May. It was about a councillor in Fife leaving one political party and joining another, but still remaining on the council. But that's not the issue I'm going to think about today. But one thing he said, which I wholeheartedly agree with, was we need to be more proud of where we live and not be bashful about saying we love this place. And so this leads me on to the main part of my reflection. If Bob and I need to go to Dundee, instead of taking the car, we usually go by bus. Sometimes we sit downstairs and sometimes we go upstairs. Bob likes to sit upstairs in the front seat like he did in his childhood because you get a better view of everything around you. You can see a lot more than you do when you're in the car. The thing which really upset me recently was the amount of rubbish which was lying on the verges by the roadside. I can only assume, perhaps wrongly, that this is thrown out of cars, lorries, or any other road users. There are not many pedestrians on the main road from Forfar to Dundee, so I assume that they are not to blame. There don't seem to be bins in every lay-by, but those that do have bins are often quite full because the conscientious travellers put their rubbish in them. I did actually see someone put rubbish in the bins that day. There is all kinds of rubbish just thrown from passing cars or road users. Bottles, plastic food cartons, polythene bags, discarded road signs, etc. Why is it that folks think it is acceptable to dispose of their rubbish in this way? It's not only in the countryside, of course, it's in towns and cities. Why bother to take your rubbish home when you can just drop it for someone else to pick up? At least if you take it home with you, you can discard it in the appropriate recycling way. I found some slogans used in the past or still used, and I have to say, very American. Remembering in America, rubbish is trash or garbage. And here we go. Be part of the solution, not the pollution. You think we like picking up after you? With a picture of a mum and dad. I hate that empty feeling inside, seen on a trash receptacle. Put trash in its place. If you litter, the future will be bitter. Reuse, reduce, recycle. Green city, clean city, my dream city. Don't trash our future, recycle. Stop littering. The earth is not your garbage can. Give a hoot, don't pollute. With a picture of an owl, of course. Every litter bit hurts. The world outside your car is not your personal ashtray. And so there are quite a few more slogans that I could tell you. But the last one says, take care of the earth and she will take care of you. I wonder if anyone can find this slogan, which is seen all over the country. Love where you live. And if you find it, please tell me next time you see me. A city in the Netherlands had a problem with litter. The sanitation department tried doubling the littering fine and even increasing the number of living litter agents who patrol the area, but to no avail. Then someone suggested that instead of punishing those who littered, they could reward people who put garbage in trash cans. A plan to devise a trash can that could dispense coins when litter was inserted was rejected as it was too expensive. But it led to another idea. the sanitation department developed a trash can that played a recording of a joke when refuse was deposited. Different cans played different kinds of jokes, and the recordings were changed every 2 weeks. Citizens went out of their way to put garbage in trash cans, and the streets were clean again. Jesus' golden rule applies to litterers. He said, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." Imagine strangers coming into your garden and emptying their kitchen rubbish on the grass and then walking away. Would you be happy with that? Would you happily wave goodbye to them as you started to pick up the contents of their bin? Of course not. We don't want to find other people's rubbish where it doesn't belong. Therefore, we shouldn't throw our rubbish where it doesn't belong. Public parks, roadways and nature trails do not belong to individuals, but to everyone. So if we throw rubbish there, we're littering on someone else's property, just as much as if we threw our rubbish in their front garden. Philippians chapter 2 verses 3 to 4 says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others." A person littering does not look out for the interests of others. Littering is a selfish act of short-term convenience and the avoidance of responsibility. Our lives are busy and litter is often the last thing on our minds. But the rubbish we leave behind is having a lasting impact on our wildlife, countryside and oceans. And so a British quote that I'm sure you'll all remember was, "Find a bin to put it in. And remember, there is no planet B." So have a good week, everyone, and see you next time.